Hey, 4 a.m. Club. I hope you got the chance to join me for my Giggle Fest yesterday. It was the friggin' best. Oh, I loved every minute of it. And what's even better is that later that afternoon, my husband and I, in one of our group texts with our friends, we were going off. I was literally belly laughing for hours yesterday. It was amazing. And I've been reflecting on that because most of you in the comments were so glad to join me, and I friggin' love it. But a lot of you weren't, and you're like, "Man, I really wish this joy would rub off on me." And I need to talk about that because y'all see me as this like happy, joyful person, and I totally am now. But I want you to understand the journey of getting me here. I was not a joyful person for most of my life, and I need to talk about this so that you understand that getting from a place of despair to joy is absolutely possible. And I also want to share this because I hope it lends validity to everything that I tell you. Like, I'm not bypassing emotion. I'm not saying, like, just be happy and it'll be fine. Like, you guys, I have walked this journey for decades. Like, I have earned my right to be joyful. So when I talk about this stuff, I need you to know that I know. Like, I really, really know. I talk about this in the intro to my book, Messages from the Stars, and it's all over my emotional mastery course, which is why I keep directing y'all to that. But I'm just going to say it plainly here. For most of my life, I struggled with severe mental health issues. Beginning at age 9, in fourth grade, I had a major depressive episode, which back then, in like 1991, that didn't happen. That wasn't normal. That was unprecedented. And no one had any help for me at the time, except for to do the old school parenting way of just saying, just suck it up. You have nothing to be sad about. Now, I was eventually able to cycle out of this depression. I didn't stay there consistently, but this became a recurring pattern for me in my life all through my teenage years. I had periods of severe depression. I was one of the early Prozac kids in the mid 90s. I was very much not okay. And again, because of the lack of the support and understanding around this at the time, I didn't have anything to help me. What I did have, however, was punk rock music. And as strangely as that sounds, not only was it an amazing outlet for getting my emotions out and finding community of other people who were very loud in expressing their emotions, I listened to very politically charged punk rock, like Bad Religion, stuff that was talking about social issues that the mainstream was ignoring at the time. So that's when I began to understand that maybe I'm not just vaguely depressed. Maybe it's not just my brain doesn't work. Maybe there's something bigger that I'm tapped into, and I'm angry and I'm hurt and I'm frustrated that things aren't changing. In addition to that, I was being raised in a very conservative Christian religion, and yeah, I won't get into that, but if you've been on that journey, you know that journey. It wasn't helping anything. So eventually, all these cycles got bigger and bigger and more extreme until finally, my senior year of college, I had a full nervous breakdown, like full and complete. I was in near catatonic depression and didn't leave my bed. It was extreme. And eventually that led me to getting a diagnosis of bipolar disorder, which at the time, this was 2004, that was the diagnosis du jour. People were starting to write books about it. Like, I don't blame my doctor for seeing me as that, but it's so clear that I didn't have that. But I did have this propensity to be tuned into the pain of life, which I wouldn't understand for another, geez, more than a decade later, about a decade later, that what I was experiencing is not just vague neurological chemical depression, hi doggo, but that I was tapped into something bigger and I was feeling the pain of the world. Look at her. Look at her. Okay, now she's crunching on her toy. We're just going to carry on. Daisy is spoiled. Anyway, if that you guys, I can't. Anyway, so that word empath, if it existed at the time, I didn't hear about it. I didn't know that there was a potential that what I'm feeling is more than myself. But when I did finally learn that, everything changed. Everything changed. Seriously. Because I learned that being an empath is not just, oh boy, I feel pain. It's that I feel pain because I'm psychic, because I'm intuitive, and because I'm a healer. I have the ability to tap into this pain, read the data and information from it, and then heal it within my body. This was absolutely revolutionary, and that's what started me on my path as a professional healer. I learned healing modalities and I opened up a practice, and it was in those sessions that almost immediately, we're talking within weeks of me opening this business, that spirits began to come through and my broader psychic abilities opened up. So that was the journey of understanding the role that this sadness and this heaviness played in my life, and how I could use it to bring me psychic information, but I no longer had to be completely open all the time around the clock and just destroyed by my ability to feel too much. And in fact, that was the entire messaging of my business at the time, both of helping people understand that if you are this way, it doesn't have to be that way, and in saying, hey, my ability to feel too much is actually my psychic gift, and I can use it to do readings and help people heal. And this is why I keep telling you guys about my emotional mastery course. Please go check it out. Please. This has my life's journey of understanding all of this. Now, I'm not claiming to be a psychiatrist or a doctor. I'm not speaking to any of that. I'm staying in my sphere. But understanding that if my personal journey meant discovering that no, I'm not actually mentally ill. No, I don't have a chemical imbalance. No, this isn't an inherited trait. This isn't a deficit. This is actually a key to my spiritual ability. Then there's potential that that might be true for others also. So I'm going to make a part 2 of this video talking about the specific things I did to learn how to be happy. I literally had to learn how to be happy. I had to learn to find joy because it did not come naturally to me after all these decades of being in so much excruciating pain. But I do want to end this video with a caveat and apology, you guys who've already bought the course and who are about to. I'm so sorry that I know the audio quality is not great. I truly have been meaning to re-record it for years. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's fine. It's fine. But you do also get a workbook with exercises to help you walk through this. Oh, shit. That's reminding me that I forgot to put the worksheet in my last webinar download. Okay, it's on my to-do list. Okay, so follow me for part 2. You'll hear the rest of the story.